Hey guys, welcome to my 200 days in Minecraft creator video. In the last video I did on this, it is absolutely insane, so thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy this video from day 100 to 200, and let's get right into it. From the last video, I ended day 100 with only part of the castle completed. So for the first part of this 100 days video, I'll be finishing off and completing the castle. I've left out quite a bit of the building on this castle because it's quite repetitive from what I did in the last video. So I've left in only the bits which show my progress from day 1 to day 28, which is when I actually managed to finish the outside of the castle. On day 10, I had completed another side of the castle, which mainly used the same patterns from the other side. However, I made it into more of like an oval shape to make it feel different and actually look better. Now on day 28, I'd actually finished the whole of the outside of the castle, all of the walls. I didn't actually want to attempt the interior yet in this season, so I'll probably do that in the future. But I think the wall actually looks amazing. I've kind of just repeated the patterns around, but I think it works really well like that. On day 32, I started work on the main project for this 100 days, and that was to build a fleet of ships that would attack the castle. So I started work on a medium kind of sized boat. Here are some time lapses of me building this boat. I think it's coming along really nicely at this point, but I never really built boats before, so this is a new experience for me, and I kind of wanted to master them by the end of this 100 days. On day 36, I started work on the sails of this first ship. Now, I really struggled with these at the start, so I looked up some reference pictures online and actually tried to imitate that in Minecraft. So I think they actually turned out quite nicely at the end. So after I'd finished the sails, I added in some details like ropes coming across from the different sails, adding some people in to look like pirates, and also adding some cannons in. And at the end, I think it turned out really well. So after I'd finished that boat, I started work on some smaller boats just to fill in the fleet and actually make it look like there was lots of boats there. And on this one, it didn't take me too long, around 4 days, but overall it was quite good, I think. On this boat, I kind of use the same techniques as I did on the bigger boat, but just obviously scaled down. So it wasn't too hard, but I just added in the detail. Luckily, by this point, I'd had enough experience of sails to actually master this first try. So we've reached day 150, and on this day, I just added detail to the small boat. On day 151, I just added in the final details and added in the steering wheel of this ship. Now, skipping a few days forward till day 158, I added in a few more boats, just replicated the design. And also, at this point, I'm adding in some armor stands to look like people actually attacking on the ships. On day 164, I was working on a ship that had actually been blown up by the defenses of the castle, which I will make later on in this 100 days. But this ship had been blown up, and I used different things like campfires, 9-wood blocks and stuff like that to make it look like it's all burning down. On day 165, I started work on the biggest ship of them all. This was going to be the main ship that was actually attacking. This ship is probably going to take around 20 days or so to actually make, as its sheer size of it. So I'm hoping this to be like a really grand kind of ship where the Admiral would sit. Now I started off with the base of this ship, trying to make it as long and as wide as I could. And I just kind of built up from there using the techniques I used on the other boats, but in a lot larger scale. By day 71, I'd got the main shape of the boat done and the actual outlines of it, as well as the main cabin areas and the windows. Now, at this point, all I needed to do was the sails, which is what I was dreading. Now, from day 74 to day 84, after a long time of altering and editing the sails, I managed to complete them, and they looked really nice. After 10 days of making the sails and using references to help me, I finally finished, and I think they looked great, to be honest. On day 86, I finished off all the details of the ship by adding the cannons, adding the statues and barrels to make it look like as if it was the main kind of ship. On day 90, I realised that there was currently no actual defences on the castle yet. So on day 90, I started on the defences of the castle. This was kind of simple stuff, using turrets and other things like that. And I finished it on around day 97. But I think overall it works, and it is a good small little defence for this peaceful village. I then added in the guards of this wall and added in some extra cannons just to make it look like there was actually a full-on war going on here. On day 99, I couldn't really think of much to do, so I just made a little ruin in the wall from where a cannon had shot into the castle. So there it was, day 200. I completed this 100 days challenge, and I think it looked amazing. So here I obviously have my shaders on, but I think it looks really good, the contrast of the boats coming in against the defences on the actual castle. Now, if you enjoyed this, if we get to 200 likes, I'll do another one of these. Go check out my friends in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.